Now, you were talking about Boone.
Talk about Boone.
Followers are a huge part of the Bethesda games, of course. Do you feel like they should become a huge part? Obviously, you have your dog companion, which is pretty cool because of dog meat and that makes sense because dog meat was, I'm sorry, but he was useless in Fallout 3. He would die all the time, and it was all like you became the legend of the guy with his dog.
Yeah.
But yet, like,
Dog Meat wasn't actually that big a player.
no, and you could literally just completely miss him. Really. Yeah. Like, I think I missed him my first playthrough and didn't even know he existed. So, like, it makes sense that you have a dog this time, whatever, and that's cool that you can order him around. It adds another, dynamic to the gameplay, and he's ripping people down and pulling the legs out from under them and whatnot.
Tripping them up and helping you fight, yeah.
But do you enjoy having other companions with you? Maybe even including dog meat, if you want to mention. Like, I found in Skyrim through personal experience that I didn't really like having people. I like to run around a lot in the mountains and stuff, and they would just always get caught up.
The pathing was wrong.
Like, the pathing was wrong. They were awkward. Like, Serana Serana was probably the best in terms of combat sort of follower, which is part of the Dawnguard DLC for Skyrim.
Yeah.
But yet she would constantly be doing things, and then you'd be like having a conversation with somebody. She'd walk right in between you two and just look at you.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at her while talking to somebody else from behind her. Like, there's just like a lot of really stupid things that they did.
And like, I took a screenshot one time when I was playing that on PC where I was in my house that I built, and she sat down. Somehow it glitched and like had a chair inside of a dresser or something like that, and she just came in and sat down on the chair. And so she's like inside this dresser with just her head and shoulders sticking out the top of it. It's just a silly little picture. But in this game, I find followers are very helpful because every follower in this game gives you perks. And
gives you perks.
Yeah. So with Boone, he gives you the spotter perk. So when you've got a gun and you zoom in, enemies are highlighted in red. So
I didn't know that.
And with dog meat, or not dog meat, but kind of dog meat. It's like the one robotic dog you can get in this game. Can't remember what his name is. Might even be dog meat or descendant. But you can get that robotic dog companion, and you can like give him different abilities based on the brain you give him. I'm pretty sure he has like different stats because there's different dogs in this game that you can kill and get their brain. Like Raider dogs and stuff like that, and Caesar's dogs. So he gives you the ability when you zoom in. It's not as helpful, but you can when you zoom in, you'll see loot. It glows blue.
That's pretty cool.
So it's like the tracker perk, whatever.
And you have to have them with you to actually get the perk, right?
Yep.
So I wonder if they'll continue. Like, I know we've seen through the E3 conference, through the E3 sort of gameplay, whatever it was. We did see a decent amount of, you meet the dog. He's like, like I said, pulling people down. He was grabbing stuff for you. Like, you could order him to like go here, stay here, go and get the wrench for me and stuff like that. So I wonder if that's going to be something where like he can crawl through a vent that you can't get to, and he's going to be able to like get a key or something.
Context sensitive situations. For him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I hope that they kind of do more with those than just like Skyrim had like some cool dungeons, but like really the first few dungeons were like the super polished
show-off ones.
Yeah, and then after that it kind of fell over. So I hope that they've had enough time that they've like polished every dungeon pretty much.
Yeah, I would hope so.
But
and I wouldn't be surprised. Like, obviously every vault's going to have a very specific feel to it and stuff. It's not just going to be kind of cut and paste.
Exactly.
As far as I would assume anyway, the amount of work they put into the game this time.
Actually, talking of vaults, instead of comparing it to another Bethesda game, vaults in 4 are unique. And or at least Vault 111 is, and I believe Todd Howard said it's because it's one of the last vaults made, so it's a bit different. Obviously, things in that world were evolving as anything does in real life throughout the years of them going through Project Safe House and building the vaults. Do you think there's going to be a lot of vaults in this game? Do you think there's going to be vaults of different types? Because they could have, like, just because they're all in the same area doesn't mean they were all built at the same time. They could have been built 2-3 years. Separate from each other. Do you think you're going to see some old style vaults, some new styles, maybe some even like different ones than we've even seen? Are you looking forward to going and exploring the vaults? Did you enjoy it in Fallout 3?
Dungeon crawling is my favorite part of these open world games. Just
yeah.
Going in and getting all the loot and checking out all the like nooks and crannies of every place. Like I'm a completionist when it comes to these kinds of games, so I love to go to my like go inside a building, go to my local map, and see that the entire thing is all explored and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So like, I like to do that sort of thing. So when it comes to vaults, yeah, absolutely, it's probably one of the most anticipating parts for me is exploring the world and just seeing all the stuff that they put into this game, because it's a video game, right? It was built by people. Everything was put here by somebody. Somebody put that rock there and that tree there, and right. So
somebody put this grass down.
It's all designed by people. So.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some new stuff. I'm glad that they have sort of increased the tech or whatever you want to say. They're not going with like Fallout 3 to New Vegas was a very like the tech was very similar, minus the fact that there's been some restoration to like Vegas itself and stuff like that. But I mean, like there's like I'm really looking forward to seeing some different stuff, considering we're going to be seeing some pre-war this time and stuff like that. So I want to see what was happening at that part of the world. What, like, we can contrast it and stuff like that, and actually seeing like different types of vaults and different types of vault tech. For lack of a better way of saying it, and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to that.
It's gonna be interesting for sure. I love all that sorts of stuff. Like I really get sucked into it. So it's my my biggest anticipation for the game, I guess, is like I love the whole story of it. Like, and it was funny. It's just another one of those things where you realize something about yourself, where you explain something to somebody and then you realize how much you know about it. Like, I was talking to my girlfriend over the weekend. I was explaining. She was asking about because we played the Telltale games together. So we played The Wolf Among Us together.
Right.
And then we were playing Tales from the Borderlands because I just got that because it was on sale on Steam. And so she was asking about the Borderlands lore pretty much, and then I was kind of talking about that, and then she started because Borderlands has the vault, like the vault hunters, right?
Right.
The vaults, and then I started talking about Fallout vaults, and she started asking about Fallout. So I started kind of explaining a bit of the basic lore of Fallout, and then the more I talked about it, the more I was like,
"Holy crap!
Like I know a lot about Fallout," and just as far as like the basic overarching story and like all the history of the games.
It's cool that somebody has written a history. You know what I mean? Like they've written a history. They've written, a recent like a back history, like way back in that sort of universe. Then they've written like the more recent stuff. Then we're playing the most recent stuff, and then like it's affecting the future games, and we're a part of the history. Like it's cool that you know what I mean though, right? Like it's cool that we're seeing stuff. One specific example I can think of is in Sheogorath. In Skyrim, you're like, well, what the heck? That guy's spewing BS. Why is he saying that he's the guy who shut the Oblivion gates or whatever? And I'm like, that's because he did, because you became Sheogorath.
And like
spoiler alert,
that was so cool. And like you think about it, it blows your mind the first time you think about it. It's like the world continued. Like Skyrim takes place 200 years after Oblivion or something like that.
Yep,
and
something like that.
You talk to Sheogorath in that game, and
it's
that
him.
Sheogorath is your character from Oblivion.
It's awesome,
and it's so cool. It's just the cycle continues because it just fits in with the lore, and it's like, and
you feel that connection because you
that.
were in the Oblivion Gate.
Yeah.
You were doing this stuff for Sheogorath and Jigalag and
he's
and
talking about all the stuff that you did, and it's like, well, that you theoretically did, that you could have done, the big stuff, and it's like, what? It's just
awesome.
Yeah, it's just that polish, man. It's that Kojima level style of polish.
I would say actually that Kojima is better at the details.
Well, that's what I'm saying. All the little details, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Like they absolutely did not have to do that.
But I think Kojima goes down to the microscopic
for sure,
level,
yeah,
like
for sure.
the crazy stuff, right?
Yeah, he's a bit insane when it comes to that sorts of stuff.
But it's good though. It makes some good.
It's cool.
Makes some good titles.
Because you're always finding little things, right? Like people discovering stuff in Metal Gear games that were references to other things that they only discovered 16 years later. Like
yeah, exactly.
That's always cool. There's some Caesar's Legion guys, I think.
Is there anything that specifically you wanted to discuss about Fallout 4 or the Fallout franchise? Or you think we've covered it all, or?
I don't know. I think we've pretty much given everything
this has been one heck of a
podcast style game.
Yeah, a podcast. Let's play, whatever you want to call it.
Now.
But well, I mean, they're big games, and we'll definitely be playing Fallout for more than
Yeah,
more than a couple of hours.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna pick it up actually.
Oh, look at this guy over here. Yeah. The only thing I'm worried about is it because this is the first game I've ever pre-ordered and had it shipped because it was the Pip-Boy version. I didn't want to let it go, so I hope that it actually comes in on the day of, or something.
I might actually. It might be the same thing with when Skyrim came out. Like I got it and Dylan didn't.
What the heck?
Or no, he was building his computer. That's why he was building his computer and he couldn't play it when it first came out. But because he went and picked it up for me because I was at work, and he picked up a copy for me as well. So I was playing it at his place while he was building his computer so he could play Skyrim. And he was like, "God damn it, man!" Like, yeah. So it might be the same situation where I'll be here playing Fallout on the PS4 and you'll be waiting for it to come. You'll just be like checking your shipping order. And stuff.
So we're standing at the front door there, waiting for the delivery man.
Like a dog for the owner to come home.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? Did you hear that?
I did.
The door opening.
The big old door opening. That was weird.
Oh.